What's going on, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is the week. I forget, it's what, June 19th, Wednesday. How many weeks have we been doing these live streams? Been doing these a lot. Today's live streams are going to be about raising private capital, raising private money, especially in the beginning of your real estate journey. It could be a lot of people see it as a challenge, but I want to let you know that I can increase volume. Here we go. I want to let you know that there are a lot of resources in front of you that you might not know. So I want to go over that today. But first, before we get into it, I just want to let you guys know I will be presenting today. Dave is still in Florida, and talked to him a couple days ago, actually today. But the treatment is going really well. I think he's going to be in the comments to help support this live stream with your questions. I'll give you a little bit of background on us. If this is the first time you're seeing this live stream, we've raised a lot of millions of dollars to buy the real estate that we own. We've done it on one house, duplexes, triplexes, small apartments, portfolios, so packages of homes. And we've been doing this a while. And, we've accumulated a lot of rentals. As it currently stands, it's a little bit over 300. But we are getting ready to sell off a chunk of our rentals and really get dialed in on certain plays that I'm not going to talk about on this live, but the ones that are, performing, we're going to keep. We are selling off a chunk and going about this with, another focus of raising more capital to buy and hold multifamily. So the topic today is, I'm going to give you some tips, and I'm also going to give you a Word doc. So you want to basically get through this live with me. I'm going to do some Q&A, but there's going to be a lot of time for you guys to ask me questions. And I just want to also let you guys know that we are in buy and hold mode. And I saw a rental this morning that I really like. So I'll probably go live again sometime today in the afternoon to go over that deal. So you guys can see how I look at deals through, the many deals that we've done through my, lenses. So this live stream is all about, how to raise private money. We're going to give you some tips, especially in the beginning when, you're just starting out. You don't have a lot of experience. This might be the first time you've ever raised private capital. You keep hearing about, other investors buying houses, getting free houses with using none of your own money, right? And doing the BRRRR strategy. This is what we teach, so we teach people how to buy and hold. Yes, there's a side of what we teach that's flipping, because that's going to allow you to monetize, the deals that you are going to come across through the marketing channels. So we have that side, but really the biggest thing that we're really excited about is buying assets for the long term. This is how you create wealth. Quite frankly, the most amount of money that we've made is not on flipping houses. It's on buying assets, doing the cash out refinance, and there's more net to us because, when you do a cash out refinances, it's actually a loan. It's not a taxable event. So I'm going to get right into it. If you're seeing this live stream, wherever you're at, let me know in the comments where you're seeing this from. And also, if you're in Ohio doing real estate, I would love to connect with you. My intent is to connect with you and see if there's any deals that we could buy from you, because we're actively looking for more opportunities to stack our portfolio. So let me get this document here, do a share screen, and get right into it. So if you have questions, put them in the chat. Share my screen. Give me a thumbs up if you can see this. Oh, here we go. So, first and foremost, this whole raising private capital and doing it for many years. The number one thing is that you have to start really leaning into identifying yourself as a real estate investor, not a house flipper, not a do it on the side type of person, but really, I am a full-time real estate investor. This is what I do, right? Because a couple of things are going to happen once you really um, have a firm belief in this is what I do, this is who I am. Um, it's just like, this belief that you have that you're carrying around that really sets the tone when you're talking to somebody and they ask you, hey, what it is you do? Well, I do real estate. When you say that, I just do real estate, they kind of think that you're not really serious. But instead, if you really own the fact that you're a real estate investor and that you're not afraid of letting everybody know, for example, like I identify, not pronouns or anything, but identify as like a real estate coach. And so any opportunity that I can provide value to somebody, I get an opportunity to say, hey, this is something that we teach. For example, I was getting a massage the other day and working on my, tennis elbow that I got, and it's getting better, but definitely can still feel it. So, but I was getting a massage yesterday, and you get into that conversation, point in the conversation where they're asking you, "What is it that you do?" Right? What is it that you do? And I say, you know what? I have a real estate investing company. We buy, fix up, and rent. And I've been doing this a while. And we also teach people how to do that. It is that we do. And it led into this conversation of, well, I'm trying to get my real estate license. I'm kind of doing this on the side. And I'm like, well, I asked the question, why are you getting your real estate license? She was like, well, to make money. And I went down this conversation of like, you don't need a real estate license to make money in real estate. What is it that you really want to do? Do you want to represent somebody on the buying of real estate side and the selling of real estate side? She was like, no, I heard that, you got to get your real estate license to flip houses. So that conversation led to the point of me letting her know that, hey, we have an education company that shows and guides people on how to do it is that we do, which is buy, fix up, and flip, but more importantly, buy, fix up, and hold. So it's the same thing here. You got to identify yourself and put yourself out there as a true real estate investor. Change your profile on social media, start talking about it with friends and family. And just so you know, when you talk to your friends and family, they're going to try and let you know that, because they care about you. Oh, the market's really crappy right now. You shouldn't be doing that. You should really stick to kind of what you're doing. Just know that they're just out to look out for you, and they're reading the news, which sometimes that's where they get their information, and they're just not informed. So you got to, sift through all of that garbage and just laser focus and let everybody know that you are a real estate investor and this is what you do. And more importantly, when you're talking about it, which is number two, you want to let them know that you are actively looking for deals and you're getting really good at deal finding. So let me just tell you the story about this. So, when I got my start, I started a flip, which went bad. And then that failed flip led to me finding about how to flip properties without using my credit, without ever owning the property, hence wholesaling, right? So I got into wholesaling, and I really got good coaching from a guy online of how to run comps, how to talk to motivated sellers, and that's all I would do. I would even go and find properties on Realtor.com at that point. That's what I used, and I would underwrite deals and say, "Oh, well, this would be a good deal." I would just have that continual practice of running comps, getting good at underwriting deals. This is a really amazing skill set to have because once you get the deal, then the money actually comes to you. Private capital comes to you. Case in point, yesterday, we're at this point now where private lenders or hard money lenders, they call themselves private lenders, but they're actually hard money lending terms. They start calling you, and sometimes you'll get a phone call out of the blue. This guy was out of, I think he's out of Miami, and we started talking about what it is that I did, but it was like a cold call, and he just said, "Hey, we're looking to place capital. We know that you have experience." I'm like, "Well, how do you know I have experience?" They did all their skip tracing stuff and found out that we had a lot of properties, and so they were pitching me on their money. And you're going to get to that point where you're going to get phone calls. Once you get really good at these two things, identify as a real estate investor, right? Two, get really good at underwriting deals so then you get them in contract. And then I'm going to give you a framework here of what you can say to somebody that you think has money, right? But this framework is going to allow you to start opening up the conversation. So these are two extremely valuable things right here. Start identifying as a real estate investor, put in all in your social media profiles and really lean into this. Get on everybody's wholesaler list so that you can start underwriting deals and getting really good at running comps. This is probably the most valuable skill set for any real estate investor is underwriting deals, underwriting is like this fancy term. But all it is getting really good at understanding what a good deal is and what a bad deal is. And if you're on my live stream last week, I talk about some of the things that we look for, not just numbers, but also the rent, not the rent, but the area plays a big play into what we consider as a good deal. Because this is like a long-term hold, right? So you got to be understanding what's going on in the area, where is this property located, and what it's going to look like for you to hold this long term and maybe eventually sell it. Okay, so if you wanted to see that live stream, that's on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. And if you want that checklist, make sure you comment checklist, and I'll get it to you. So hang with me here. If you're watching this live, if you're in Ohio, love to connect. We're buying all over Ohio. But running comps is such a valuable skill because once you know how to take a look at a property and see if it's a good deal or not, you can get it in contract, then you can learn how to monetize that deal. And we're talking about raising private capital to buy and fix up and flip. That is one strategy, but our strategy is to buy, fix up, and keep because that's where you're going to build the most wealth. So running comps is huge. We have a whole module of this. If you want to, our students are understanding how to run comparable sales, getting a good understanding of what the value of this property. Every Wednesday, we go over this, okay? Because it's such a important skill. Number 3 is like when you're running numbers on your deal and then you know that it's a good deal and then you want to start reaching out to your network, this is important. So let's talk about the network. Because I had this complete understanding that private money was this like elusive thing and I had to join, country clubs and the money was this like unlocked thing that, it was like basically a mindset blockage of mine. And I just want you to let you know that there are people in your network today, okay, today. They're on your phone. They're on your phone that have money sitting in a savings account, earning them negative interest, and it's getting eroded away because of inflation that you haven't talked to yet. Just because you haven't talked to yet, they don't know that you're in real estate investing, and they want to be able to place their money. They don't even know how to take their money and, like a 401k and put that into like a self-directed IRA. They don't even know that strategy yet. And so it is this opportunity that you can bring, and your network is your network, right? I know like, some networks kind of bleed in together, but there might be people that that you've already established a relationship with that understands you, trusts you to an extent, doesn't even know that you do real estate yet. So here's what we did, because we knew in the beginning, before we had private lenders like we do now, and private lenders calling us to lend to our deals, we had to do this, which is pick up the phone, go through your contacts, and send them messages, phone calls, messages, and basically set up 15 to, sometimes it takes 30 minutes to talk to them and let them know how they're protected, right? But everybody in your network needs to know what you're up to, because in the beginning, you're kind of like a solo entrepreneur. You're kind of talking to motivated sellers. You're trying to do this wholesaling thing, and you're kind of doing it on your own. You don't have a team yet. And nobody knows except your family that you're doing this. So what you want to do is get in front of your network by simple text. So this is part of the conversation, the live stream, that's going to be good to take notes. So this is a simple text right here from me that I sent to somebody that could be interested in a deal. And so let me give you some more context. So a private lender is somebody that is just a private individual, not a company like hard money lenders. Okay. An individual that has money saved in a savings account, a self-directed IRA, an insurance policy account. They just don't know that they have the ability to earn double-digit returns on their money because it's sitting there, and they don't know that they have access to it. So it's just a normal person. And so this verbiage right here is what I use just to open up the conversation, to just open it up to see if they're interested in lending on a deal that I have. And so here you go. Hey, Deb, it's RJ. I have a deal coming in the next 90 days. I'm doing some due diligence right now. So due diligence just means that I'm running my numbers right now. And if you're interested in partnering on the money side, let me know. That partnering, a lot of people like it when you say position partnering on the money side, because then you're letting them know your intention. You are running your numbers. So you're running your numbers, which means that you're doing work, and you're not going to just send them deals that just doesn't make sense. And then you're also letting them know that I'll know in a couple weeks. And then, if I would further say, the next, let them respond. But if they're interested, let me know. I can give you more details. And that's it. It's simple like that. We want to keep it simple, because what we've known is sometimes if you just give them way too much information and just throw up on them because you're super excited, they get kind of scared. Right? They start having doubts. So this has worked really well for us. The last what was this last weekend? It was Father's Day, and Dave was sending messages to everybody in the network, because we're always, even at this point, we're still engaging with our network. We're still letting them know what we do. We're still in front of them. We're still being personable. We're letting them know that there's opportunities coming up. And when is the best time to do that? Holidays. So you're not becoming too intrusive and salesy, and So take this right here, this little script, use it. And if you are going to stay until the live stream, just send me a message, Private Money, and I'll get you this doc and this script as well. So in the beginning, when you are building your network, here are some places that you can find private lenders. Okay. And I'll give you some tips here. So the first and foremost is like private Facebook groups are huge right now. So you want to add yourself to all of these Facebook groups that you are intently going to buy and hold real estate or buy, fix, and flip real estate. So for example, our real estate group, it's got over 12,000 members. There's a ton of real estate agents, investors, private lenders, hard money lenders, contractors. Join that one. Okay. And don't just join to take, join and add value. So how can you add value when you're just beginning? Let them know what you're up to and let them know that you're finding deals. Hey everybody, my name is RJ Pepino. I'm new to Columbus, Ohio, but I am a full-time real estate investor, and I am going to be actively marketing to motivated sellers in this area with the intent to buy and hold. And some of these leads that come through my marketing channels, I'm not going to keep. So if you want to be on my buyers list, let's connect. Also, I'm looking to connect with some of the lenders in this area. If you are looking to partner up on the money side of things, right? Money side of things, let me know. I'd love to send you some of the deals that I'm working on. Facebook groups, great place to network, and great place to meet private lenders, because that's where they're hiding out. Why are they hiding out there? They're not even hiding, they're networking in there, because that's where all the deals are at. They're looking to place their capital so that they can earn a return. Okay. So these are like super, it's you got to identify as a real estate investor. You got to be really good at underwriting deals, continue to practice. And now you're reaching out to everybody and you're getting in front of them in a more frequent way, especially during the holidays, right? So it's not as intrusive. We also do this in our, when we friend somebody on Facebook. Facebook lets you know when their birthdays are. Super important. Just give them a quick message. Hey, happy birthday. Hope you enjoy your day. By the way, we have this, so we're getting everybody on our YouTube channel because we have all of our long form content there. We're sending them a link to our YouTube, and it's like you want to add value to them. Hey, if you haven't seen it, we've started this YouTube channel. There's a lot of good tips there. I know you're in real estate, or I know that you've expressed some interest in real estate before. We've got some longer form content. Would love to get your feedback on our channel. Then send them the link, right? Adding value. So the next thing is that when you're starting out and you're actively marketing and you're doing wholesaling, you're going to be building your buyers list. Your buyers list, y'all, is a good place to find private lenders, because all your buyers are either using other people's money from IRAs or family offices to buy their real estate. So your buyers list is a good place to also let them know, like, hey, I know that you've been seeing a lot of deals from me, but I'm also going to be buying some rentals, and I'm wondering if any of you guys on my list want to partner on my deals on the money side of things, right? The money side. And then watch, they're going to reply, hey, love to see what you got. What can you work out? One tip about this is, just so you know, in the beginning, when you don't have, when you don't have a lot of credibility yet and you're new, be okay with giving up a little bit more on the deal, and working with that first individual that's going to take a risk on you, because it is a risk. Probably don't know this person. If it's not a family member, they don't know you. We did that. The first couple people that wanted to take a chance with us were they're out of state, and Dave had the relationship with them. So we gave up a little bit of equity in the back end, paid him a solid interest rate, paid a little bit more, because we knew from longer term that it's going to allow us to show that we have borrowed from somebody, have paid them back, and are good borrowers. We're not going to run off and do funny things like some of the people that you hear about out there doing that. We've never done that. And so once you establish that relationship with that first lender, be okay with maybe giving up a little bit of equity on the back end, paying a little bit more to get that deal, to get your feet wet, and build your credibility packet. So don't get blinded by, well, I heard Johnny over there can raise it at 7%, so I'm just going to wait until I get 7%. You're going to be waiting a while. And then you're going to see these missed opportunities. Another thing is when you are you're like, I'm a real estate investor, you're on social media and you're um, beating that drum really hard. Another good thing is, hey, use your social media to do those property walkthroughs and educate the whole world on why this is a good deal for everybody. You'll see. Look, this is another way you can raise private money is you document what you're doing every day, get inside these homes that you're looking at, and let the whole world know why it's a good deal for them to lend on this deal or why it's not a good deal. Okay? Because when you educate the market, you dominate the market. Now, and this is important, you want to be like this source of knowledge for people because they don't know. They don't know. They're actively working their job. They're not maybe full-time real estate investing. Some of them need some guidance. So when you educate them, they feel more comfortable with you. So this these tips. Number one, just going to review. Identify as a real estate investor. Get really good at underwriting deals, and reaching out to everybody in your network. This is a good place to get started. This script that you can swipe is right here. I'll get this to you, but let me give you some tips. When you're starting to build your credibility package, you want to keep your credibility package very, very simple. Keep it super simple, right? Who you are, you want to give a highlight of who you are, the deal, the actual real estate deal, and the numbers. Here's how much you're looking to raise. Here's how much purchase price, rehab, rent, the path of the deal. And then more importantly, how they're protected. First position lien, you've got insurance. Maybe you work something out where they have a personal guarantee. Okay. Super important. You don't want to just overcomplicate it and throw up on them. You just want to have 3 items in there. This is, you can have our credibility package and edit it. Just DMS private money, DME. Okay. Anyways, let me see. I haven't looked at the comments. If there's any questions, I can start answering some of the questions. The biggest thing that I see in when you're a beginner and you just don't know any better, it's removing that blockage of like, why would anybody lend to me? What value do I really bring? You don't see it. But there is, I was talking to the team today, there is a bunch of value that we're bringing to the market. You're you're actively looking for good real estate deals every single day through your marketing channels. Whether you're in the beginning stage and you're doing it on a bootstrap budget, yellow real estate signs. I still see those signs today, and I call them bandit signs, what we call them. You're door knocking, you're driving for dollars. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into the marketing, the negotiation, and it is something valuable that you are bringing to the market to either a buyer if you're looking to wholesale it, or to a private lender, because they're not doing that. A lot of our private lenders, high income earners. So write this down. High income earners in your network could be a dentist, your doctor, an accountant, CPA, um, insurance. Your insurance people might know people that have a need to place their capital. These are just right in your underneath your nose. And then on top of that, just like friends and family. We found that friends and family a little bit harder to raise private capital, but still go through those channels because they already know you, they already are in your network. So this right here, I'll let you have this script, but this is something that you can start doing today. And let's see here. This is how like they're protected, by the way, if you didn't know. Let me touch on that a little bit. So there's a couple documents that happen One is in Ohio is how we do it. We have a promissory note, and then a private mortgage, right? So their money is protected by being that they're in, I'm going to use some big words, but they're in first position. So that means that they are, uh, you know, first position to get paid. Anything happens to the deal, they have to get paid first before you, the borrower, get paid. And then you could also add a private, personal guarantee. And just so you know, once you have such a good deal in front of you, what the worst thing that could happen is that they take over the deal. They have all this equity in the deal, and then they sell it to get all their money back. So lenders want to know how their money is secured and how they're getting paid back, which I talk about like, hey, this is how how you're protected. Super important. Any questions? Any concerns? Anything from you guys on this topic? In the beginning, remember, it's all about a mindset thing. You got to really just get your mindset into thinking, I'm a full-time real estate investor. This is what I do. I'm good at finding deals that you can lend on the money side of things, and start going through your network, your buyers list, Facebook groups, networking groups on meetup.com. I think there was one yesterday. I was talking to one of the investors that texted me that they're going to a meetup. Go there and just let everybody know, and that I'm looking for private lenders to do real estate deals. And what it'll look like is some of them are going to ask you, if especially in the beginning, skin in the game, right? Skin in the game. They want to see if you can put up some, 10 or 15%. Well, if they ask you that, you can turn around and say, hey, why don't I, because I don't right now, I don't have skin in the game, but I can get you a little bit more equity on the back end when I go to sell it or refinance. So instead of paying that 10 to 15% up front, you can give it to them on the refinance of the deal. Good way to structure it. But a lot of times, it's just about deal structuring to get them comfortable to lend to you. All right, let me see if there's any in the comments or in the YouTube University. Can you guys hear me at all? Good deal. Again, if you're in Ohio, let's connect for sure, because we're okay buying from wholesalers. We don't care the fees that y'all have, because we understand the game. Love to connect with you and see if we can buy some rentals from you. If you are going to be around a little bit later, look for me on YouTube or Instagram or wherever this is live streaming to, Facebook, because I'm going to be underwriting a deal I feel pretty good about. And we're going to do exactly what we kind of talk about all the time, is buy it with private money, get it renovated, get it rented. While it's done with renovations, we're going to start the refinance process and do the cash out refi just on a house. But we're excited about a portfolio that we're looking to take down, and potentially a multifamily unit. So we'll buy those as well. But guys, if there's no questions, I don't see any comments. If you want to get the this doc, raising private money for beginners, and then also this script, let me know. Send me a DM, Private Capital or Private Money. I'll send it to you. And don't miss next week live stream with Dave and I. Dave's going to be back. We might have a special guest on that one to add more value to you. If you guys don't have any questions, I'll see you on the next live stream.